didn't think he would ever do that. Kelvin Fletcher plays Andy Sugden, of course, joins me now. That is something that's been kind of lurking away. In fact, I'd almost forgotten about it.
I had as well.
I really...
It'd been, I think it's 7 years it's been.
Is it
was only when I looked at one of the scenes and it said,
goodness.
I've been holding this secret for 7 years.
Yeah,
so.
And it's obviously been there at the back of his mind, and then out it comes. Now, this has terrible consequences, doesn't it?
It does. This has kind of been a long time coming. And which when, after Victoria decides to find out the truth about what happened to her mum.
Yeah.
And she delves into the past and asks a few people, including Richard, who was obviously in it a few years ago.
Yeah.
And that's when the secret comes out. In the midst of the house has been doused in petrol and it looks very dramatic, and Andy panics and thinks that this is the only way.
It's a real fire hazard, Emmerdale.
It is, yeah.
There's always something going on. Flames licking at your feet.
The fire star, that's my nickname.
I know, it's just really, it really is. But it's been terrific. It's funny because you were saying that things were a bit quiet for your character, and you're sort of saying to the producers, oh, you know, is anything coming up? And they say, ah, funny you should say that, because they had this big,
I think it's
big one up their sleeve.
so lucky and so fortunate that I've been in storylines in the thick of it really since I've started. So the minute it gets a little bit quiet, I kind of find myself panicking.
What's going on?
But that's the way it is, you know. It's such a big cast and a big turnaround that, you know, you got to wait your turn sometimes. And thankfully it came. And,
exactly. It's going to be very dramatic tonight. It's a 1 hour episode, as we said, and there's going to be huge explosions. We've seen some of them. We saw some of them. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Get back in there!
Yeah.
Shut the door!
Started to add, I did all my own stunts as well.
That, I mean, obviously you're completely supervised and it's all done by professionals and all the rest of it, but that's quite scary. You know, you can feel the heat of the fire there.
It is really scary, yeah. There is people there ready to waiting, but then when you see an ambulance guy waiting and a fire guy, you're thinking, I could get injured here, so...
Yeah, you've got to be so careful.
They are looking after you, but...
Yeah, they know what they're doing, but at the same time, you can't cover everything, you know, 110%. Now, Andy, your character, Andy, does get trapped. We can have a wee look at this. I know you're not going to tell me, because we know that somebody's going to cop it, but you're not going to tell me. But let's just have a look at this.
It's too much!
That is really dramatic, isn't it? That's quite scary. And we don't know whether or not both of you, or indeed...
I don't even know if I get out alive. I'm still going to watch tonight, and find out.
You're such a liar.
No, I'm going to find out tonight.
But what happens? Oh my goodness. Now, what about the fact that you've been in this, what, 11 years now? I can't believe that. Look!
Right. Oh, God, take it off.
Look. No, you're adorable. Look at that wee face. Look at that gorgeous wee face.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, it's lovely. So what age were you then? You must have been a baby.
Well, I was 12 and I looked about 3, didn't I?
You did look very young.
I've got a little brother, Braden, if he's watching. Hey, Braden. And he's 10 now. I'm similar age for when I started Emmerdale. And he's like me, he looks a lot younger because I was only small, you see, and dead.
Oh. So if you ever had a long-lost little brother, you could bring him on to Emmerdale?
I could bring him on, yeah.
Because everybody's always got long-lost people.
Well, that's what happened with Daz, of course, so that's
exactly,
we can't do that again.
No, maybe not, but you could maybe be a friend of Daz or something. Who knows? I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing about Emmerdale. You just never know what's going to happen next. What relative is going to turn up? What's going to happen?
That's the great thing with all soaps, not just Emmerdale. You know, with all soaps, they are supposed to reflect real life, and sometimes it's seen as a little bit too much exaggerated, but it's got to keep it interesting. And
very much so. And the thing about Emmerdale, which it has in common with Coronation Street, is the mixture of humour and drama. And slightly over the top, and that's okay.
It is, yeah. There is things that are over the top, you know, and anyone, I suppose anyone in other soaps will admit that, but I'd like to think that it's pretty much realistic in. Yeah,
but you still love it, don't you? You love
I do love it. Yeah, I've been like say 11 years, and it's been fantastic for me. It started off as I think 3 episodes originally, the part, and I've grown into the part, and it's just been brilliant. It's been such a good chance for me to well, I'm doing what I did as a hobby as a kid, which is acting, and now I'm
fantastic.
Doing as a job. So
wonderful, wonderful. We should be watching tonight that hour-long special to find out who lives and who dies.
So will I, to find out whether I live or die.
Well, fingers crossed that it's not you.
I hope so.
It'd be
a big loss to the programme, wouldn't it, if I went?
Absolutely, of course it would. It's great to see you, love. Thank you very much indeed. We're going to take a very quick break. Still to come, Location has named Middlesbrough as the worst place to live. I can't believe that. If you live in Middlesbrough, let me know what you think about that. But did your area make it onto the best list? And we're showing rubbish pictures of Middlesbrough there. There's beautiful parts as well. Well, Kirsty Alsop, she's going to be in telling us all about that.